who's going to ride with Pecco Bagnaia in the official Ducati Lenovo factory MotoGP team in the season 2023. Has Ducati changed its mind regarding signing up Bastianini into the factory place? In today's video, I will tell you what's really going on behind the red curtain and why Ducati has not yet made any announcements. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, this is Go Grande. My name is Grande Rustem. I've been working with some MotoGP manufacturers, team sponsors, riders, and some great people in the paddock who make this dream sport come true. So why would Ducati not announce who's going to ride in their factory team with Pecco Bagnaia next season? To answer this question, we need to go back time to chronology of the events.
Where? Back to the future.
Right before the start of this season, after having superb performance on the test, Pecco Bagnaia has secured a 2-year deal with Ducati factory team. However, something didn't go well at the beginning of the championship, despite the fact that he was predicted to be one of the main championship contenders. Something didn't go well at all. It's GP22 and its problems. First half of the season, they struggled so much with this new bike. See, they tried to make it work so much faster in corners that the top speed was dropped dramatically. Fail! But who in Ducati are the main decision makers when it comes to picking up its riders into the factory team? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the Fantastic Four. Signor Tardozzi, Paolo Ciabatti, Gigi Dall'Igna himself, and last but not least, Claudio Domenicali. So these Fantastic Four are the primary decision makers when it comes to selecting the riders and the overall path and direction for development of the Ducati race program. And I believe these people are just great. Seriously, they make so much for the sport, so much for their team, and so much for Ducati. Every single one of them, I admire them so much. These guys don't sleep much, trust me. They work a lot.
We need a vacation.
At the beginning of this season, I have called my friends in Ducati and I wanted to ask them, who do you guys think is going to be the stronger rider in your team this year? They basically said, yes, we do expect a lot from Bagnaia, but we do believe that Martín is a superstar. You know, if you look at his data, the way he stopped this bike, you know, he's one of the latest one on the brakes, and he's just so good, he's so talented, so young, most importantly. Staff in Ducati expected him to be fighting for podiums race to race, but something didn't go well at all. Starting from the beginning of the season, Enea Bastianini has won the opening race down in Qatar. What an incredible performance. Some people have doubted him and said he was very lucky. However, he did it twice more this season. In fact, he was the first person to score 3 wins this season.
Monster kill.
There was so much confidence in this Fantastic Four about this guy. He just changed their whole world. They didn't expect nothing like this at all. In fact, they wanted to sign him. They prepared the pre-contract agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, pre-contract agreement. So what's the pre-agreement in the world of MotoGP? This is a document that doesn't help riders much, but help factories. So they can basically recall their decision very last minute and don't pay riders nothing or pay something very little. And it's not a document for strong riders. It's Marcus would never have this kind of pre-agreement, or neither Lorenzo. And this is just something that is being given to guys who just showed some potential. Even Fabio now would not have a pre-agreement on these conditions. So yes, but it was good for Enea. They said, look, you will most likely end up in the factory team. You are guaranteed to ride GP23 next year. You're either gonna end up in Pramac or in factory team. So, but we need to see this consistency. However, I was told that not everyone in the Fantastic Four believes that Bastianini is the best option to go with for the next season in the factory team. Yes, everyone agrees he should have the GP23. They have prepared initially this year this spot for Jorge Martín in the factory team. second. Yes, things didn't go well as they planned, and Bastianini has showed way better performance. In fact, it was way better than Pecco Bagnaia at some point. 3. Now they don't know who to choose because both of them were rather more disappointing.
Disappointed!
So Fantastic Four needs to select the best person to ride in their team next year. How are they going to do this now? 3 key performance indicator, KPI. First one, talent. Of course, it's someone who has more potential, someone who could be stronger next year. And in their opinion, Martín is perfect for that. He's also young, he has good history, he's very strong, he's adaptive, he's doing so well. But some people do argue that, even in Ducatis, that Bastianini just never had this kind of attention. Give this guy time, and well, he has talent as well. Second factor is hype. Of course, to some sponsors, it makes more sense to have its own rider from their own country to represent their own brands on their soil for their own marketing campaigns, unless it's a world champion or someone super famous, someone like Lorenzo, who would definitely work for companies like Philip Morris, for example. But this is not the case. This is not the case also for Red Bull, who wants Jack Miller, who was its own rider for many, many years. So here we don't have Red Bull, but of course if there would be a Red Bull, they would select Martín. But in this case, it's just very, very different. So also TV views. Both are from Italy and Spain. If one of them would be from United States and they would be on the same level, of course they would go for American person there because it would, bring some more TV ranks, and Dorna would insist to take on this person, and even Ducati would agree, yes, of course, why not? Unless sponsors would say, no, this is what we want. Third most important factor is, of course, performance and results. To some teams like Ducati, because of their sponsors, because of their owners, Volkswagen Group and Audi, they are consistent. Their marketing campaign to sell bikes is always through winning. It's very important. The sponsors do agree with this approach. Performance is a key factor, and in this case, it's a very complicated matter. Let's look at the data so far to see who is performing best. And Francesco Bagnaia just got his third win for the first part of the season. 106 points. He was down 4 times. He has 3 wins, not bad at all. Bestia, 1 point less than the factory team rider. He was down only 3 times this year and has 3 wins. And Jorge Martín, 70 points. He has 5 not qualifications, let's call it like this. He was in gravel. His best was twice. He rides second twice second. And Zarco, just out of curiosity, Zarco is leading in points, 114. It's quite good, but not super incredible. In fact, this is what Pramac wants to see. Somebody on top 3, top 4 plays perfect, and he's happy there, everyone's happy there, and this guy is not going anywhere. I'll tell you why. Speaking of consistency, this is a very, very huge factor. Look at Martín. His consistency is very disappointing. I don't know what's going on. GP22, they say, but look, Zarco was in GP22. He was down in it twice. Okay, and he scored like way better. Of course, if selected Martín or Zarco, you should go for Zarco. He's not gonna go there, trust me. I just have this information already from the team that he's gonna remain in Pramac unless he pulls something incredible. So the factory team can switch its cards any last second. It's up to them, really, unless he's Marc Marquez, who can demand anything he wants on a contract, really. We're gonna soon hear who they're gonna select, but I'm sure that Ducati would want to wait for a couple of races and they're gonna see who's gonna perform best. If Bestia makes it to podium and he's gonna beat Martín in points for next 2 races, absolutely this spot is his. If indeed Jorge Martín will make a fantastic victory or arrive second in very strong battle like we've seen with Aleix Espargaró in the last race in Assen, what a great performance, everyone loved it, then of course we might see Martín there. However, another scenario that I personally predict is they're gonna be both very disappointing. So at this point they're gonna select one who's gonna be less disappointing to Ducati, and this is what they're gonna go with. Zarco's gonna remain in Pramac unless he pulls something super incredible as well. So he and Martín would need to do something super incredible. But as far as I know, pre-agreements allowing to go to the factory team right now that are being discussed are only within Martín and Enea Bastianini. So when are we going to hear this official announcements by Ducati? We might hear it tomorrow within a break. We might hear it within a couple of races, which I personally predict. And they took this time specifically to prepare, to see the results, give riders some time to prepare, to fight for their best results in the upcoming races. And I agree with this approach. You know, Bestia has proven himself to be so far in the factory team, in my opinion, but I do like the Fantastic Four, want to see him to prove it one more time, at least arrive on podium, at least be consistent, make a top 5 every single race from now on. It's hard, but it's possible. You already made 3 wins, baby Bestia. You can do a couple of more, I'm pretty sure about it. We'll see. So, Fantastic Four group needs some time to decide who deserves this factory place, and the riders themselves need this time as well to prepare, improving themselves, because wins the one who dares. And you guys, thank you very much. Please write down in the comment section who do you think is going to end up in the factory team. In my opinion, I'm very confident it's gonna be Bastianini. We just need some extra time to have this confirmation. And soon we're gonna have some amazing news about it. Stay tuned, stay grande. And remember, MotoGP isn't just a sport, it's an art.